Hola amigos y amigas, you are now with Jocelyn, and this is our weekly energy reading for the week to come. If you are new here, welcome. This is an energy reading that I drop every single week with the intention for us to simply gain a deeper understanding and higher awareness of what the overall energies for this coming week are and how we can best navigate it as the best possible version of ourselves. So this is very much so an energy reading intended for us to align with our higher self. So if that is something that you are interested in, that you feel called to tap into and listen in on, then you have come to the right place and you are so welcome to be here. I also always just set the intention and pray that for those who are meant to receive these messages that I channel in this reading align with this video. So if you align with this video, then there very much so may be some messages that are meant for you to hear. And if you are a returning subscriber, returning viewer of these energy readings, then you probably noticed that I am in a different environment. I'm currently visiting family in Arizona, so I am in my mom's backyard. So you may hear some new noises, but we are going to remain centered and grounded throughout this reading. We do have a full moon in Aquarius taking place this coming weekend, so I'm excited to see how the full moon shows up in this energy reading, and I'm ready to get into this. I've already cleansed this space, myself, the decks, so we're all ready to go. If you want to grab yourself some tea, if you want to get yourself your water, a journal, if you want to take some notes, then pause the video, get to that, come back, but let's go ahead and get into this. I already pulled the card for the overall energy of this week, and this is a card that I could tell was really trying to make itself known to us. So we got the Spirit Fox, and this is to trust your talents in changing times. So y'all, I think we all are very much so very aware of the fact that we are really in the midst of a really transformational, transitional time. Not only do we ourselves note that we're going through an individual awakening, but because of that, we're going through a collective awakening at this time. This is a really, honestly, awakening, magical time that we're experiencing right now that I honestly feel so honored to be a part of, even though it's had its challenges, it's had its obstacles and growing pains and confrontational truths, but it's all for our highest potential. That is really where we're being led to at this time, and we're really being called to trust that we are being led to our highest potential at this time, to our higher selves, to what we deserve. And when we trust our passions, when we trust our talents, when we trust our intuition, we have to have the faith that we are not going to be led astray in doing that. Following your heart, your passions, your intuition, in this kind of society that we live in the kind of world that we live in, brings its set of challenges and brings upon a lot of change in our lives too, which therefore also brings in a lot of uncertainty, a lot of unknown, right? That's honestly why so many of us fear change, because change comes with a lot of unknown. And I know for a fact that so many of us at this time feel like there's so much that we feel called to do, but we also just don't necessarily know all the details that it comes with. We feel called to pursue a certain passion or go down a certain road that we ourselves are paving, that perhaps is very much so the path less traveled on, that maybe no one has traveled on. We're completely paving our own path. And we don't know how it's all gonna fall into place. We don't know how it's all gonna work out. The unknown in it all actually makes us wonder if it even is gonna work out, if we even are pursuing the right thing. But we have to trust that we are indeed doing the right thing when we are following our spirit, our passions, our heart, our intuition, and trusting that our talents are showing us the way. Our passions are showing us the way to really embodying the most authentic version of ourselves. And that is how we are in alignment. Remind yourself that in the pursuit of being your most authentic self, you are also in the pursuit of being in alignment. So change is in the air, y'all, and that is the full moon letting us know and reminding us that cycles are indeed coming to completion, coming to an end, and with endings always come beginnings. So should any challenges or obstacles arise, what energy should we align with? Should any challenges or obstacles arise, what energy should we align with? Should any challenges or obstacles arise, what energy should we align with? Should any challenges or obstacles arise? Okay, so we got a card that actually has been showing up pretty often in quite a few energy readings throughout this year, which is the standstill card. Again, y'all, we are being reminded of how powerful, how resourceful solitude is and stillness is. Don't forget how much awareness you've gained throughout this past year, where we've had so many moments of pause, of stillness, of solitude. Remember how awakening it's all been and how much it served you in realizing so much that you've needed to realize. Should any challenges or obstacles arise this week, stand still. Give yourself a moment of pause before you quickly react, before you quickly respond to something. Really tap into that wisdom, tap into that gift of pause, of stillness, of reflection, of really tuning into yourself and into your spirit. We also got the Gateway card. This is actually the first time I ever pull this card, and the imagery of it is really interesting, isn't it? So I want to check out what the booklet says on this card. I love when I pull cards that I have never pulled before. So the title of this card is Enchanted Valley. So it says here that magic is afoot. Wondrous events are unfolding. Profound revelations and inner illuminations are close at hand. It is now much easier to manifest your dreams. Y'all, I'm telling you, yes, I'm sure you've heard this before, but the veil is much thinner. Our ancestors are closer to us at this time. Our angels are really protecting us, guiding us, and that's why we're really being encouraged to tap into that protection, to welcome that protection. Especially with all this spiritual warfare going on, especially as capitalism is starting to take a hold on spirituality. Y'all, get your protection game up. This is an excellent time to take action on your visions for your future. A small amount of action now will generate much bigger results. Gateways to spirit are opening, and there are places where the veil is especially thin. Fairies and elves are supporting you. Wonders are blossoming in your life. Watch for them. Open your heart to hollowed, holy, magical energy. The more you become aware of the small marvels in your life, the more they will grow in magnitude. Y'all, something that I have been actively, intentionally doing is literally telling spirit that I am open to miracles taking place in my life. I welcome miracles taking place in my life, and I know that miracles happen every single day. I mean, even the fact that we woke up today, even the fact that we are here alive in this moment, that is a miracle in and of itself. Like, what are the odds? What are the chances that we are really here experiencing this life right now in this very moment? So should any challenges or obstacles arise, not only should you tap into standing still, solitude, stillness, but remind yourself that there are many gateways opening up at this time, and take advantage of them. Remind yourself that, again, trust your talents at this time. What I really took away from what the booklet was saying about this is that the time is now to really pursue your passions, to really go after your dreams. And you gotta trust that. You gotta trust that. Like, that's what spirituality is all about. Tuning into spirit, trusting in the unseen, in the unknown, right? Like, none of this, I'll believe it when I see it. I believe it because I feel it. That's the tip that we're on right now. I believe it because I feel it. Tap into that feeling, that feeling tone of like confidently knowing and having full faith that you're not being led astray at this time, especially not when you have good intentions, especially not when you're trying to be a better person, especially not when you are really leaning into your passions, into what your heart is telling you to do, into your instincts. Y'all, right now, our spirituality is really being tested for a reason. We're being called to really lean into these higher realms that aren't just 3D, right? Gotta strengthen our faith. Gotta strengthen our faith. What should we focus on healing? What should we focus on healing? What should we focus on healing at this time? What should we focus on healing at this time? Okay. So, y'all, we got here honoring your energy. This is a really beautiful reading on, honestly, honoring yourself, honoring your spirit, honoring your passions, honoring your lights, honoring your faith, your soul, your intuition, what you deserve, your calling. Honor your energy, y'all. Like, the time is now to let go whatever you need to let go of, to confront yourself in ways that will help you heal. We're not on that avoidant tip anymore. We're beyond that. And it's time to heal our femininity. Divine feminines at this time really, really are being called to empower themselves, to step into their power, because we've got to come into this balance in this world. There's so much toxic masculinity and so much suppressed femininity that we need to heal feminine energy. And again, you know, I've mentioned this on my Instagram, on other platforms, other readings, but femininity and masculinity isn't a gender thing, not a sexuality thing, not a sex thing. We all have masculine and feminine energy. So I encourage you to look more into that and gain clarity on that, because we all have healing to do when it comes to not only our feminine energy, but our masculine energy as well. But this week, you know, given that the moon is said to be more so feminine energy, and the sun is more so said to be masculine energy, there's contrary beliefs on that. But since the moon is going to be full at this time, the feminine energy of the moon is really going to be really strong. So that's why I feel like the feminine energy card came up for a focus on what we should be healing, what we should focus on healing this week. So look into your femininity, learn more about your femininity, how that shows up, and get curious on healing the femininity in your spirit, in your energy, in your aura, in your surroundings. And that is an expression of honoring your energy. When you acknowledge the femininity in you, you are honoring your energy. So beautiful. All right, y'all. Let's look into these surrender cards. Oh, this breeze feels so good. What should we focus on surrendering this week? What should we focus on surrendering this week? I think this card came up last week too. All right. So we got surrender to divine timing. Yeah, this is something that I'm pretty sure came up last week. Sometimes divine timing may differ from your ego's timing. If a goal isn't manifesting fast enough according to your ego, be patient and trust the universal flow. Y'all, we are not on our own timing here. We are on divine timing. We gotta remember that. And this honestly, I feel like just ties back into so much of what we've already discussed of like really trusting yourself, trusting your divine unfolding. And when challenges and obstacles arise, personally, I feel like the biggest obstacles and challenges that are arising at this time are all mental. Because again, our spirituality is being tested in ways where we really have to strengthen our faith in the unknown, in the unseen. We've got to surrender to divine timing, and we can't be questioning the timing of things. We've got to trust that as long as we're doing our part, we're doing the best that we can, and we're showing up for ourselves, for our healing, for our growth, then we got to trust that we're in co-creation with the universe, and the universe is right there with us, working on manifesting, helping us manifest. So surrender to divine timing, y'all. Remind yourself that. And also surrender low self-esteem. I feel like this is specific to some of you. You may really need to hear this, but I feel like this also can relate to so much of what we've been discussing, because when you doubt yourself in any way, when you doubt your path in any way, that is a reflection of low self-esteem. Remind yourself that you deserve success, you deserve love, you deserve abundance. Set an intention to identify and release any remnants of low self-esteem. And that also comes into play when you are healing your feminine energy. When you have low self-esteem, that is a reflection of unbalanced femininity and masculinity within you. So, y'all, self-love. Gotta tap into that self-love. All right, let's look into these affirmations. Wow, y'all, the card that I just pulled brings us full circle. Let's pull one more. Yep. This really ties it all in. So the one that came out is, I balance my masculine and feminine sides. Whew, y'all, I really need to get into doing this video on twin flames, because my twin flame journey is really what awakened me to divine femininity and divine masculinity. I learned so much about that, and I need to make this video. But the masculine and feminine parts of me are in perfect balance and harmony. I am at peace and all is well. So that is your affirmation for you. We also got, I let go of all expectations. I let go of all expectations. And I feel like that ties into surrendering to divine timing, because I feel like with all the changes that are coming up, with all this intuitive calling that is leading all of us towards our dreams, our goals, our passions, our light, our healing, really so much change is in the air. And us humans got to get better at accepting change and having healthier attachments and detachments. And because we're still learning to be more accepting of change and really strengthening our faith that everything is well, that all is happening as it should be, and we are where we are meant to be. We have expectations. We expect things to happen at a certain time. We expect things to manifest at a certain time. But we gotta let go of that. We've gotta let go of certain expectations that aren't serving us, that are dimming our light in some way, shape, or form. So our affirmation is, I flow freely and lovingly with life. I love myself. I know that only good awaits me at every turn. Y'all, what a beautiful reading. What a beautiful reading. And also this is a great affirmation for the full moon, given that full moons are really a time for us to let go and release and really set the intention to move into the new cycles of our lives with purity. Something that we are being called to let go are expectations. And really, again, I really feel like surrendering to divine timing is huge right now. So I hope that this reading was helpful for you and that it brought you some clarity, some peace, some comfort. And as always, I am going to be putting some timestamps in the description below so that if you want to revisit this reading throughout the week, which is something that I love to do, it'll be easier for you to navigate with the timestamps. So I'm going to do that, and I hope that I see you next week for our next energy reading. I am wishing you all a beautiful, magical full moon in Aquarius. I will be uploading a journal prompts video for that, as I do for every full and new moon. So you want to make sure to look out for that. And y'all, all I gotta say is trust yourself, okay? Trust that you're doing the right thing by following your passions, by following your calling, by following your talents and your heart, okay? I know we don't know every single detail. I know we don't know exactly how everything is gonna pan out or fall into place, but it is. It is, and it's gonna be so much sweeter than we imagine. I know it. I know it because of all the awakening that we're experiencing at this time. It's just evident that there's so much healing happening right now. And a lot of that healing is coming from us leaning more into love, doing what we love, being surrounded by love, emitting more love to ourselves and therefore to others. Like, it's a beautiful time and we gotta trust it. So I will see you in my next energy reading, in my next video. I love you all. Thank you for bringing me into your present moment. And yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Bye, everyone.